We heard from his interview, he certainly believes he can not only beat O'Sullivan, but he can win this tournament.
Yeah, it's so refreshing, isn't it, to hear that sort of, you know, comment come from a player, because he's right. You know, a lot of snooker players, they do doubt themselves, you know, over the years, and it's a very tough sport and it can be very cutthroat, but ultimately when you're out there in the arena, it's just you and your thoughts. And Chris Wakelin clearly now fully believes and fully backs himself, and that is half the battle. But he's going to need to certainly back himself this evening, because he's playing against the greatest of all time, and that's a good start.
Yeah, I think his long game's got better as the week's gone on, and straight away he's knocked that in, and he's in amongst them. Chang Bing Yu, I think in particular, would look back on opportunities to beat him, maybe Karen Wilson as well.
8.
Ronnie O'Sullivan's 95th ranking event semi-final, looking for his 65th final.
9.
It's just silly numbers, isn't it? Really, absolutely silly how good this man's career has been, and still going.
$16. 17.
Yeah, I mean, we were there, weren't we? The day he smashed his cue up in Leicester in January, cold sort of January afternoon at the Mattioli Arena. But in the long term, it may have done him a favour, because, of course, having got the new one, courtesy of Sunny Akani, the professional from Thailand, he's obviously had to put the work in with it. He's kept a diary of all the hours he's done. And we're starting to see the results of that.
25.
Yeah, and again, if there was any doubt, which, you know, there shouldn't be, of what this game means to Ronnie O'Sullivan, as you say, that day in Leicester, it was almost a very dark day for snooker, really. It just goes to show that you can blow up in that sort of environment behind closed doors. Imagine what they go through in these big events, in the big arenas all around the world, when all eyes are on them. Such a taxing game at the best of times, and it's nice to see Ronnie, if anything, in a good frame of mind and looking really positive and really healthy.
40.
5 reds, 5 blacks. Tepcharan Nu made a maximum, of course, earlier in the tournament, sitting on £50,000 at the moment. But of course, it would be shared if, in the last, well, day and a half, someone else made one. Well, this is a tough assignment, it seems, trying to unscrew this bit of equipment.
$41.
Get the feeling Sunny Akani might be inundated with a few people wanting cues from him now. Now they're seeing Ronnie O'Sullivan using one to great effect.
Yeah, Sunny's absolutely flying. I wouldn't be surprised to see him not play snooker soon, the way his order book is probably going. It's amazing, isn't it? All these great cue makers around the world,
48.
and Ronnie's managed to find one from a fellow player. Seems completely happy with it. Just goes to show there's no real reason to spend all the money in the world to get the best equipment. It's purely how it feels. This game is all about feel.
49.
That cue needs to resonate with you, because ultimately when you're out there, the touch is everything. And Ronnie's game is all about touch.
Still on blacks.
Well, that's a good positional shot that he's played there.
56.
Bit of pace on the cue ball, just bouncing it round the 2, out for the red. Top side once again, perfect.
57.
Now that main cluster of 5, the red right of the May pot either into the left, middle or right corner, but the other 4 may need a little tickle at some point. Yeah, I think that one just beneath the pink and to the right will pop to this right corner.
64. 65.
Ronnie O'Sullivan has made 15 maximums, but hasn't made one on tour for 7 years.
There we just got a little glance at those 4 reds beneath the pink, and
70.
I don't think any of them will pot anywhere, so we'll need a little cannon at some point. But they're not tight.
73.
So that would suggest that they may open quite easily. Now the frame is completely out of the question. All eyes turn
8.
to the maximum.
81.
Now a little cannon maybe to the right red of the 4. It's a good contact. He's absolutely perfect here. He may just be slightly low off this red, but screwing on and off the side cushion
88.
shouldn't be an issue. Oh, what a chance this is now.
Talking about hitting the ground running. First shot long red. And still on the black with the chance for the 147.
Just needs to avoid that pink, and he hasn't done so. Going to be probably the red in and out of
96.
balk. One good positional shot here, and he's back in prime position. It's a great line.
97.
What a line. And look at the pace. Absolutely perfect. Well, he couldn't have placed that cue ball any better with his hand.
104. 105.
Worth saying as well, of course, if you make more than one in one of the 4 major tournaments, of which this is,
112.
the prize actually goes up to 147,000. Of course, Jackson Page
113.
managed that last season.
Well, that cue ball has just travelled on a fraction further than he would have liked. It may not be a natural to drop this in now. The middle pocket may be in play here. Might have to go 2 cushions round the back of the green. Oh, he's played the float, and he's just about wriggled the black in and just about avoided the jaws of the middle pocket.
120. 122.
Well, this is just majestic O'Sullivan at his very best. Cue ball control on a piece of string.
125. 129. 134.
Well, the starts go. They just can't get any better than this. 7 years since his last 147 on the World Snooker Tour.
140.
What a moment this is. Ronnie O'Sullivan lights up the Saudi Arabia Masters with a magnificent maximum in the first frame. And look at the reaction. There'll be people here, that might be the first frame of snooker they've ever seen. And they've seen something very special. A Ronnie O'Sullivan 147. Absolutely majestic.